The Urnfield culture emerged around 1300 BCE in Central Europe. Emerging around 1300 BCE, the Urnfield culture marked a significant shift in European Bronze Age funerary customs, departing from the tradition of earth mounds towards cremation rites. It is named after the custom of cremating the dead and burying their ashes in urns. The term Urnfield reflects the distinctive practice of interring cremated remains in urns, which were often placed in fields, offering insights into mortuary beliefs of the time. This culture was prevalent in present-day Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and parts of France and Poland. Spanning across modern-day Germany, Austria, and beyond, the culture's geographic reach testifies to its influential nature and the interconnectedness of early European societies. The Urnfield culture succeeded the tumulus culture and preceded the Hallstatt culture. As the tumulus culture waned, the Urnfield culture arose, later evolving into the Hallstatt culture, showcasing a continuous cultural evolution in Central Europe. It is part of the Bronze Age in Europe. Being part of the Bronze Age, the Urnfield society's advancements in metalworking were crucial, enabling the creation of not just tools, but also symbolic objects that reflected social hierarchy. Settlements were often located near rivers or lakes for easy access to water and transportation. Settlement patterns near water bodies highlight their reliance on water for agriculture, fishing, and possibly trade, demonstrating an adaptive relationship with the environment. Urnfield communities were skilled in metalworking, particularly in bronze, which was used for tools, weapons, and jewelry. The proficiency in bronze working wasn't limited to practical items. It also included ornate pieces, revealing a society that valued aesthetics and status symbols. They also practiced agriculture, cultivating crops like wheat and barley. Agriculture was a staple, with the cultivation of cereals ensuring food stability, while animal husbandry provided dairy, meat, hides, and labor, contributing to their subsistence economy. Domesticated animals such as cattle, sheep, pigs, and goats were essential for food and resources. Social structure was likely hierarchical, with evidence suggesting a warrior elite class. The presence of a warrior elite, discernible through grave goods, suggests a society where martial prowess was highly esteemed, potentially influenced by external conflicts or internal power struggles. The use of horse-drawn chariots for warfare and transportation became more common during this period. The integration of chariots indicates the adoption of new military technologies from the East, possibly transforming warfare tactics in the region. The discovery of amber, traded from the Baltic region, indicates extensive trade networks. Amber, a prized material found in Urnfield sites, underscores long-distance trade networks that connected Northern and Central Europe, fostering cultural exchange. The Lusatian culture, a regional variant of Urnfield, spread into Eastern Europe. The Lusatian culture, a regional expression of Urnfield, expanded its influence, leaving a unique legacy in pottery and settlement patterns, enriching the broader European Bronze Age tapestry. The practice of cremation became widespread, replacing earlier burial customs. Cremation, while unifying in practice, allowed for variation in funerary rites, with different rituals and offerings depending on the community or individual status. The widespread cremation practice may have symbolized a belief in the transformative power of fire, linking the physical and spiritual worlds. The Urnfield people believed in an afterlife, as evidenced by offerings placed in burial urns. The belief in an afterlife is further supported by offerings like food, weapons, and pottery, providing the deceased with necessities for their journey into the next world. Rock carvings known as petroglyphs have been found in some areas associated with the culture. Petroglyphs offer a glimpse into the symbolic world of the Urnfield people, their art possibly depicting myths, rituals, or daily life. Fortifications suggest increasing societal tensions and conflicts during this period. Fortifications suggest a period of increased societal tension, possibly due to conflicts over resources, power, or external pressures. The development of new bronze objects like socketed axes and sickles improved agricultural efficiency. Innovations in agricultural tools like socketed axes improved farming efficiency, leading to potential population growth and the development of more complex societies. Some settlements featured organized layouts with streets and individual plots. Organized settlements indicate a level of urban planning which could have facilitated trade, social control, and communal activities. The culture had a significant influence on the development of the Celtic societies that followed. The influence of Urnfield on later Celtic societies highlights the cultural continuity and transmission of knowledge across generations. The concept of a heroic age is inferred from the elaborate burials of warriors. Elaborate warrior burials with full battle regalia underscore the societal admiration for martial valor and the importance of martial identity. The Urnfield culture contributed to advancements in metallurgical techniques. Advancements in metallurgy, like the production of high-quality bronze objects, were crucial for both practical uses and the expression of social hierarchy. Trade with Mediterranean civilizations, like the Mycenaeans, is suggested by certain artifacts. The culture left behind few written records, making much of our understanding based on archaeological findings. The lack of written records necessitates interpretation through artifacts and structures, leaving room for diverse interpretations of Urnfield society. Rock shelters and caves were occasionally used for burials or as dwelling places. Use of natural shelters for burials or habitation connects the culture to the landscape and may reflect spiritual beliefs tied to these sites. The Urnfield people likely had a complex religious system involving deities related to nature and fertility. The religious system likely incorporated nature worship, reflecting a deep connection to the environment that sustained them. The distribution of grave goods suggests a belief in providing for the deceased in the afterlife. The variability in grave goods distribution underscores social stratification and the allocation of resources according to status. Evidence of cereal cultivation shows agricultural knowledge was advanced for the time. The cultivation of cereals was supported by knowledge of crop rotation and soil management, indicating sophisticated agricultural practices. Metal hoards containing weapons and tools have been discovered, possibly linked to ritual deposits. Metal hoards may have served as communal repositories or as part of religious or political rituals, revealing aspects of their complex social structure. The culture's expansion was gradual, absorbing or influencing neighboring societies. The gradual expansion of Urnfield culture was a process of assimilation and influence, shaping the cultural landscape of Central Europe. Some burial sites feature multiple urns, indicating family burials or collective rituals. Collective burials imply strong family or clan ties, with funerary practices serving to reinforce community bonds. The introduction of ironworking towards the end of the Urnfield period marked a technological shift. The adoption of ironworking represented a technological leap, eventually leading to the Iron Age and new possibilities in tool and weapon production. The culture displayed a high degree of craftsmanship in bronze work, with intricate designs on belt buckles and bracelets. Intricate bronze work was not only functional, but also conveyed artistic expression and identity, with motifs often reflecting cultural narratives. Social organization was likely based on kinship, with extended families forming the core units. Kin-based societies fostered a sense of belonging and cooperation, which underpinned their social organization. The Urnfield people might have had a seasonal transhumance lifestyle, moving livestock between pastures. Seasonal migrations for grazing suggest a flexibility in subsistence strategies, adapting to seasonal changes and resource availability. The presence of fortified hilltop settlements called oppida hints at the need for defense and centralization. The development of hill forts, oppida, signals centralization and a growing need for protection, potentially marking the transition towards more complex political structures. The need for defense systems underscores the changing political landscape and societal dynamics during the Urnfield period. The culture's art often depicted animals and geometric patterns, reflecting a connection to nature. Artistic representations, whether on pottery or in metalwork, convey cultural values and mythology, connecting the people to their heritage and beliefs. The Urnfield period saw the emergence of specialized craftsmen who traveled between settlements. Traveling craftsmen facilitated the spread of new techniques and styles, contributing to a broader cultural homogeneity across the Urnfield region. Burial practices evolved over time, with some sites showing a transition from urn burials to inhumation. The shift in burial practices demonstrates cultural evolution, possibly influenced by changing beliefs or social norms. The decline of the Urnfield culture around 750 BCE coincides with the rise of the Hallstatt culture. The decline of Urnfield marked a period of transition, giving way to new cultural expressions and power dynamics in the Hallstatt period. Archaeological excavations have revealed evidence of communal rituals and feasting events. Communal rituals and feasts, revealed through archaeological evidence, were likely important for reinforcing social cohesion and community identity. The Urnfield people were likely skilled in woodworking, as indicated by remains of wooden structures and tools. Woodworking skills, though less preserved than metalwork, were essential for constructing dwellings and tools, highlighting a broad range of crafts in their society. Their knowledge of salt mining in regions like Hallstatt was crucial for economic development. Salt mining was a key industry, facilitating trade and contributing to the wealth of certain regions, emphasizing the economic significance of natural resources. Despite its importance, the Urnfield culture remains understudied relative to other Bronze Age cultures, leaving ample room for further research to uncover its complexities and contributions.